This video is a presentation on the introduction to the present subjunctive form. The subjunctive form is typically used to talk about something that hasn't happened yet. I like to say that it's subject to change, and I think that's easy to remember. And today we will discuss the basic cases to use the present subjunctive form. And there's a present subjunctive and a past subjunctive, and today we'll just discuss the present subjunctive. And here's the acronym, you weirdo, which will help us remember what cases to use the subjunctive. And here's that acronym right here, you weirdo. U stands for the unknown, W stands for wishes, E stands for emotions, I stands for impersonal, R stands for recommendations or requests, D stands for doubt or denial, and ojalá que, which ojalá means it was originally formed by Allah, God willing, and can kind of mean hopefully is what it translates to in English. So how do we form the subjunctive verb? We go to the yo in the present indicative, drop the o, and switch the ending. So comer, we go to the present indicative, yo como, then we drop the o, and then we switch the ending. Usually we have él come, ellos comen, but here we have the opposite verb ending, or vowel ending, the opposite vowel ending. Instead of E, we end with A's. So here we'll see the full formation. So comer, a typical ER ending verb, coma, comas, coma, comamos, comáis, coman. And then ganar, the typical AR ending verb, gane, ganes, gane, ganemos, ganáis, ganen. Then we have another acronym for the irregulars in the subjunctive. Dishes, which stands for dar, ir, ser, haber, estar, saber. And if you want to go ahead and pause, you can write down this acronym. So dar, de, des, de, demos, dais, den, ir, vaya, vayas, vaya, vayamos, vais, vayan, ser, sea, 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 seamos, seis, sean, haber, haya, hayas, haya, hayamos, hayáis, hayan, estar, esté, estéis, esté, estemos, estáis, estén, and saber, sepa, sepas, sepa, sepamos, sepáis, sepan. And then stem changing verbs in the subjunctive. Stem changing AR and ER verbs follow the same pattern as they do in the present indicative and as they do here in the subjunctive. So pensar, an AR ending verb, we change this E here, this E right here, we change it to IE. So piense, pienses, piense, pensemos, with just the E in the nosotros and the vosotros form. So pensemos, pensáis, and then we go back to the IE for the ellos, ellas, ustedes form, so piensen. And then here in the ER ending verb, the O changes to a UE, so vuelva, vuelvas, vuelva, vuelváis, vuelvamos, vuelven. So the O stays in the vosotros and the nosotros form. And then stem changing IR verbs follow the same pattern as they do in the present indicative form, but they have additional changes in the nosotros and the vosotros form here in the subjunctive. So preferir, this E becomes an IE in the yo, tu, el, usted form, but that E right here changes to an I in the nosotros and vosotros form, and then it goes back to the IE in the ellos, ellas, ustedes form. So prefiera, prefieras, prefiera, prefieramos, prefierais, prefieran. So how do we form the present subjunctive sentences? In the dependent clause, here in blue, we have a subject and the indicative present tense of a verb. And then we have K to separate the dependent clause and the independent clause. And in green, we have our independent clause, which has subject 2, which can also be the same subject as subject 1. And then we have a present subjunctive verb. So here we'll discuss more about the you weirdo and how to form a subjunctive sentence. So I is our indicative verb in the present tense of haber. I un tren, our first subject, which is also our subject here in the independent clause. So I un tren, que, separated here, salga temprano por la mañana. And salga is in our newly learned subjunctive form. So salir in the yo present form is salgo, but we changed the ending and we added an A. So salga. So is there a train that leaves early in the morning? You don't know that there's a train that leaves early in the morning. You're asking if there is one, which triggers the subjunctive. Then we have wishes. Yo quiero, which is indicative, and here's our subject, yo. Que venga él a mi fiesta. You wish, you want that he comes to your fiesta. So here's our second subject. And venir in the yo form, vengo. So we do venga, vengas, venga, and so on. Emotions. Me alegro que ella estudie mucho. And here we have, it makes me happy that she studies a lot. So you're hoping that she studies. So here we have, it makes me happy in the indicative. And then que ella estudie mucho in our subjunctive form. And then impersonal statements. This isn't directed at anyone, so es importante que asistas a tus clases. So you would say that to the general class. And here we have asistir is asistas for the to form in the subjunctive. Recommendations and requests. Yo recomiendo, so I recommend in the indicative form. Que bebas agua, I recommend that you drink water. Since we don't know if you're going to drink water, we'll use the subjunctive. And beber is an er ending verb, so we have bebas in the subjunctive. Doubts and denial. Yo dudo que ellas vengan. So I doubt that those girls will come. We don't know that they'll come. We doubt that they'll come. And venir in the yo form, vengo. So we change it with an AR, the AR ending. So vengan. Ojalá que, and the K is optional in the ojalá, which ojalá statements are just hopefully. So hopefully you have money. So we have ojalá que tengas dinero. And we could also say ojalá tengas dinero. And that's the end for this little presentation here. Thanks for watching.